And welcome to Exiting the Huddle with Dan and Jacob. I am Dan.
And I'm Jacob.
And what's your mantra? Your motto?
Any given Saturday,
Any given Saturday.
and I don't think that rings more true than this week. We had some wild upsets,
A lot of lower scoring games this week.
a lot of lower scoring games, a lot of question marks for some schools. It's like this is our guy. He's gonna, our future, and they just kind of laid an egg at big noon kickoff. And we also like to send a. I kind of want you to talk about this one because I know that meant a lot to you. But Lee Corso's final.
Yeah.
It was emotional.
Lee Corso's final game day. It was pretty emotional for me watching somebody for 30 years. Really, really hit home. A lot of tears on Saturday. But he was undefeated on all his picks on Saturday.
He was
undefeated.
And some of those are some upsets, which we're going to talk about right now. I'd like to open up on the Thursday. So I think the biggest upset on Thursday was probably where'd it go? Number 25 Boise State getting absolutely routed.
Yeah.
By USF.
Yeah, that is not on my college football bingo card for week one.
Another thing that wasn't on my college football thing for week one was Tarleton State beating Army.
Yeah.
At home. I understand Tarleton State is ranked very highly in their respective divisions. But to go in and, beat Army in double overtime?
Yeah.
It was crazy. Georgia Tech beat Colorado. I don't know if that'd be an upset. I was just happy about that one. I just want to talk about it. They had a kid on their punt return, and he had a 4XL jersey. And did you see it?
Yeah.
He had a 4XL jersey, and he's this tiny kid, maybe 100 pounds, 180 pounds. Ben was small.
Yeah, he was very, very small. So another one that really piqued my interest was Elon keeping it close with Duke at halftime. They were tied.
One of my favorite ones is BYU social media team got in trouble because they beat whoever they played 69-0. And someone's like, "Isn't that against one of the tenets of Mormonism or something?"
Sure.
And
we'll go with that.
I thought it was funny. I giggled. And then I kind of want to talk about Saturday.
We'll get to Saturday. Let's talk about one of the games that I was really looking forward to seeing and watching. The Nebraska Cincinnati game.
For somebody who had to work at a gas station that's open 24/7 at night, and the game was in Arrowhead, which is in Kansas City, and I worked at a store by 7 hotels. Fuck Nebraska, first off. It's not your fault, but why did all your fans pick to stay right there?
Convenience.
And then they just kept coming in, and I'm just like, go away, please.
Yeah.
Go away, Big Red. Go away.
The Nebraska and Cincinnati game on Thursday was pretty good. It was pretty good. 20-17 Nebraska. And then the Friday games, like you said, Tarleton State beats Army as the visiting team. Michigan State routs Western Michigan 23-6. KU absolutely manhandled Wagner.
I think it was. I watched the highlights of that game, and I'm pretty sure that touchdown that Wagner had was like a misread on KU's defense. Like they just went to go do something else, and the guy was just wide open.
Yeah. Yep.
But in that game, you had who he, if he keeps this up, he's one of my Heisman dark horses. I don't want to say it out loud because every time I say it out loud, he gets hurt.
Is it Jalen Daniels?
Could be. But hypothetically, this person went 280 for 4 tutties. They threw 1 pick, and then also had 18 yards rushing on the ground. So, I think it's pretty solid.
That was pretty solid.
Again, granted, it was against Wagner.
And they played them last year at Children's Worship Park?
No. Last year, they've opened up against some weird school in Missouri.
Okay.
That's like really bad.
So one of my picks was off this week, the Auburn-Baylor game. I definitely picked Baylor to win that. Auburn ended up winning 38-24. Was not impressed by either quarterback, to be honest. What are you doing?
It was Lindenwood.
Okay. Thoughts on the Auburn-Baylor quarterback situation?
Didn't watch it, didn't care.
Oh, okay. Georgia Tech beats Colorado 27-20.
People were calling that an upset. I don't think it's an upset. I think Colorado's washed.
I had Georgia Tech winning the entire time. So
one of the more interesting games from Friday. I don't know if it was interesting or because it was a low score, or if I just thought it was funny. But Kennesaw State lost to Wake Forest 10-9.
Yeah.
And that like they did stuff in the first quarter, and then that was like the entire game. It basically turned into a soccer match. You just watch people run for an hour and a half.
Another one was Central Michigan beating San Jose State 16-14. That was a pretty low scoring game.
Yeah. You also had, FIU cooked against Cook.
Bethane Cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Appalachian State versus Charlton, 34-11.
Yeah.
I look for big things this year from Mountaineers, right? Appalachian State Mountaineers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
They play Lindenwood this Saturday. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
We just talked about them. That's 2 times Lindenwood.
Now we're getting into the Saturday games, so we're gonna skip the ESPN game. Nevada at Penn State. That like ended exactly how I thought.
I'm pretty sure that game was close for not even a little bit. The closest that game was 7-0. But they scored 11 points. Did they get a safety randomly? Oh, they went for 2 for no reason.
Yeah,
that was a weird thing. Also, going back to the Friday game, KU for no reason they were up 14-0, score a touchdown, they go for 2 and get it. For like no reason, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, why?
another game. LSU at Clemson.
I'm pretty sure I called that one.
No, you picked Clemson.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because I picked LSU. I think that was one of our disagreements from last week.
I got a couple upsets right.
Yep. Didn't get
Brian Kelly finally won a season opener.
Finally.
It's been 94 years.
The curse of the season opener for Brian Kelly is now over.
Now they're going to win, or they're going to lose next week. Watch them.
Probably.
They play Louisiana Tech, so I retract my statement. Let's see. What was a random close game that shouldn't have been close? Oh, K-State and North Dakota.
Yep.
Didn't I call that one?
You did. 38-35. K-State squeaks out a win.
And it wasn't that game. I watched the highlights of that game. That game was wild.
Yeah.
North Dakota had a chance to go and move down the field with like a minute left because K-State scored a touchdown, but it was like, I'm going to be honest with you, it was sloppy for K-State, and if they don't fix that shit, I don't see them making a bowl game this year. That was rough. So, especially against an FBS school.
Yeah.
Now, Grant, North Dakota is not a bad team.
No, not by any means. So let's talk about the biggest upset of the weekend. Unranked Florida State beats number 8 Alabama.
Now, beating them makes it sound like it was close.
They got shellacked a lot.
They got throttled.
Yeah, going into halftime, they went up. Florida State was up 17-7, and then it was just touchdown, and
I think a field goal.
No. So they went up 17-7 at halftime. Florida State scored 7 in the third and 7 in the fourth. Alabama had so much trouble moving the ball against Florida State, and I got to give it up to Florida State after having a 2-win season last year, and then opening up against the number 8 team in the country.
I told you they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll never be confirmed, but I think they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just.
So I do want to talk about some of the statistics from that game. So Alabama was 6 for 17 on third down. 6 for 17.
That's what, like 30%?
Yeah. But Florida State wasn't much better. They were 5 for 12. Now, Alabama was 2 for 5 on fourth down. Florida State was 100%, 2 for 2.
A lot of fourth down conversions I saw on Saturday.
Yeah. A lot of teams going for it on fourth down.
Especially a game we're going to be talking about here soon.
Yep.
There was a lot. Like, I watched the highlights of the Florida State-Alabama game. They were going for it on fourth down a lot. Like we said earlier, the K-State-North Dakota game, they were going for it a lot on fourth down. Some teams didn't have to, obviously. Like, if Georgia went for it on fourth down against Marshall, that probably would. I don't know. I stopped watching that game after like the first quarter. They were like 21-0. I'm like, yep, this is over.
So I want to talk about two statistics for the Alabama-Florida State game: the passing yards and the rushing yards. Alabama had 254 passing yards. They were 23 for 43 for 254. 5.9 yards a pass. Okay. Florida State had 152 yards passing. 9 for 14 for 152, averaging 10.9. Now here is where the game shined. Alabama ran the ball 29 times for 87 yards. And Florida State ran the ball 49 times for 230 yards. Castellanos transfers from Boston College down to Florida State and immediately makes impact.
And he was talking shit.
He was the all week long talking mad shit.
But, hey, he talked the talk, but he also walked the walk. I mean,
he did.
He made some very big third downs, like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10s, and he's just
running it.
He's just running the ball. And I think if Florida State can keep the honestly non-traditional Florida State football, I think they have a legitimate shot at winning the ACC. The talent is there.
The talent's there.
But do I think they're going to win the ACC? No.
Do I think that they're a 3rd or a 4th team in the ACC? Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Florida State's back.
Let's give them a couple more weeks.
Back-ish.
Yeah, let's give them a couple more weeks. They had all summer to prepare for Alabama.
I think a lot of it also comes down to just the fact of Alabama is Alabama, and it's just like everyone's just like, oh, we're playing a 2-10 team from last season. We're Alabama.
Well,
It's that weird, that rich person laugh.
this is the first time in 24 years that Alabama didn't start 1-0.
About fucking time. Well, it's also easy when they only play cupcake schools.
That ends next year. The SEC now goes from an 8-game conference schedule to a 9-game conference schedule. So they get rid of that non-conference game in November.
Yeah, because who really wants to see Alabama play
The Citadel.
the Citadel or same thing with Clemson. Clemson does it too.
Yeah, but Clemson still plays 9 games.
Yeah, but they have that random one in the end of the year where they play like
Well, they play South Carolina every year.
Charleston State or something weird.
Well, they have the Clemson South Carolina game. That's out of because South Carolina's in the SEC. But let's talk about the Marshall Georgia game. Saw that coming a mile away.
Not really shocked.
Oregon beats Montana State 59-13.
Not really shocked.
Not
Iowa
really.
State blows out South Dakota.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oklahoma doesn't do as well as I thought they would do against Illinois State. 35-3. What thoughts?
Brent Venerables went back to coaching the defense again for Oklahoma.
Well, it was like going in halftime. It was 21-0 Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do anything until the fourth quarter.
Yeah. But you have to think about it like this. Brent Venerables is a defensive coach. He was a defensive coordinator under what was his name? What's his real name? Mr. Dabo Sweeney.
His real name is William Christopher.
I'm gonna start calling him William Christopher on the podcast.
Bill Chris.
Bill Chris.
Bill Chris.
You got Texas A&M. I want to talk about this game.
Texas A&M versus the University of Texas San Antonio.
Yeah, 42-24.
That game.
This game was very close.
Yeah.
In the first 3 quarters, I believe Texas A&M scored their second touchdown in the third quarter with like 4 minutes left. But this game is a lot closer than what the score says it is. 42-24. Texas A&M might be in trouble this year.
We can only hope.
Indiana is also in trouble. 27-14 over Old Dominion.
Another close game. Is on paper this should have been an absolute blowout. I know they don't have their head coach or anybody else in their staffing, but Michigan plays New Mexico in the Big House, and it's 34-17.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be raising some alarms.
Yeah.
Rounding out some of these other games, because a lot of these are just blowout. It's week 1.
Yeah, Ole Miss blew out Georgia State 63-7.
You got Texas Tech blowing out the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff 67-7.
A game that was a lot closer than
it ever should have been.
Yeah, it ever should have been was Tennessee Syracuse.
Yeah, that game was weird.
The game was weird.
45-26.
Yep.
Another game that was way closer than it should have ever been. Number 11 Arizona State playing Northern Arizona.
Yeah, 38-19. Gosh. I understand they had a playoff run last year and they lost a lot of talent to the NFL.
They got like most of their like
core.
Their core, like they're all like I think all of their line, most of their receivers and their quarterback stayed. Like the only big name that I can think of that they lost was Scatabo or Scataboo, however you say his name.
Now let's get into the game of the week.
The game of the week.
So, Texas goes to Columbus. And let me tell you, I am so glad Paul Feinbaum had to eat some words this week. He was telling every analyst that he could that Texas was going to blow out Ohio State, and it wasn't going to even be close. Arch Manning was the
hot dog shit
he said that Arch Manning was top of the Heisman Trophy, watch list and this and this. And for somebody who missed 30% of his passes,
and a lot of those were not even close.
Yeah, he was throwing it at the feet of everybody.
Like his first pass of the game, he rolled out, dude was wide open, and he threw it 10 yards in front of him.
Yep, hit right in front of him. Arch Manning went 17 for 30, 170 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Julian Sand went 13 for 20, 126, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions.
And I think the big story out of this one is that you need to hype up Julian Sand just a little bit.
Not yet.
Just
Not yet.
Just a smidge, because that Texas defense was.
He didn't make any mistakes. He didn't force the ball down the field.
That's all you can ask.
And yeah, that's all you can ask. He played smart football, but from what I understand, Ryan Day told the team, just go out and win. Play football and go out and win. And that's understandable. Matt Patricia brings in a whole new defensive scheme. They did keep the 4-2-5.
Defense looks stout.
Yeah, the defense looks stout. Probably another top 3, top 5 defensive for Ohio State this year. I probably have Texas is probably the number 1 or number 2 defense in the country right now.
Their defense is
really good.
Really good.
But you got Ohio State beating Texas 14-7.
I don't think that game was as close as it sounded.
That means that Ohio State has beaten Texas twice this year.
There was a graphic I saw, and it was like, this is kind of going into next week. I mean, we're obviously going to make our picks, but they're like, Ohio State has played in a row Indiana, Michigan, Tennessee, Oregon, Texas, Notre Dame, and Texas again. They said they deserve Grambling State.
Yeah. So
I feel bad for Grambling State next week.
So yeah. Ohio State had the hardest schedule in the playoff. There wasn't a team out there that had a harder schedule to make it to the national championship and win than Ohio State.
Couldn't tell by like 3 of those 3 of those 4 games though.
Yeah, but
the hardest game was Texas, and that wasn't even that close. It was just.
Yeah, the hardest game was Texas because we blew out Tennessee at home, went to the Rose Bowl, blew out Oregon. It was a 7-point ball game in the fourth quarter before the strip sack for a touchdown from Captain Jack, which made it 28-14.
I did that.
Yeah. And then we go into was it Atlanta? Was it the national championship in Atlanta?
I think so.
Yeah, we go into the national championship against Oregon or Notre Dame, and it's just.
It was like that really long drive to begin the game when they went up 7-0 on us.
And they were like, we got this. And then they shut down.
And then the leprechaun was at the bar with us, and he started crying, and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, this week in college football, what's the motto?
Any given Saturday. And there actually was a couple Sunday games that I'd like to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
You had Virginia Tech going into South Carolina, losing 11-24.
That game was a lot closer. I watched the second, third, and some of the fourth quarter on that game. That game was a lot closer than the score says.
I didn't watch any of the highlights of that one. I watched a bunch of the highlights of the big games. And then the last game we're going to talk about There is one more game this week, but no one really cares about Bill Belichick and his 17-year-old girlfriend.
Bill Belichick loses tonight. Game starts in 7 minutes. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern time or Central time.
We might try to do some live scoring as we go if anybody's interested. But number 6 Notre Dame goes to Miami and loses 24-27. I got some thoughts on that game.
Go ahead.
Carson Beck's got a weird shaped head. Just a really weird shaped head.
That was weird.
I said it was weird.
Okay.
But his football IQ is just so high. But for one thing I will say I really like about Notre Dame's starting quarterback, he's a true freshman. And he picked Notre Dame over Michigan, which makes me happy. Because fuck Michigan. He actually looked really good out there. If you told me that he was like a junior or something, I'd be like, okay, I can see it. Dude's got a high ceiling. I look for big things from that kid from Notre Dame. But he's in Notre Dame, so they'll never do anything. But I look for big things.
Yeah.
I like seeing some of these young kids come out there and, ball it up. You know what I mean? Just. Do we want to give our predictions for top 5, top 10?
Ooh, top 5.
I saw ESPN had their projections for the top 25, and they had Texas at 1 still.
I don't think so because they're not going to release the rankings until tomorrow because there's a game tonight.
Yeah.
I
mean, that game has no effect on the rankings, but big one, Boise State's dropping out of top 25.
Yeah, Boise State's dropping out of the top 25. Now, do they move Florida State into the top 25 because they beat Alabama?
If it was going to happen, I could
they're the 5th team out.
If it's going to happen, I would say Florida State has a higher opportunity of getting the top 25 after a big win than any other school I can think of. One of mine for the top 25, and I know that I'm a fan of this team, but just how they played going into a rivalry game, they were talking about having KU and Missouri ranked. I think it'd be cool. I kind of hope they don't rank us because we're going to be ranked for a week and then lose to Mizzou. As much as that sucks, but they got us playing in fucking Columbia. I think my biggest slide though of the top 25,
Alabama.
Yeah, I think Alabama probably goes from 8 to like 15.
I think it's like 17 or 18.
No, it's Alabama. The committee has the.
Here's what I'm gonna give you. So Texas loses to Ohio State. I would rank Texas or Ohio State at 1, Penn State at 2. I put Oregon at 3, Georgia at 4, LSU at 5. That's my top 5. So Texas or Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, Georgia. Yeah, that's my top 5. What's yours?
Because how the committee likes to do us.
No, I'm saying what's your personal top 5?
My personal top 5, Ohio State number 1. What I think is realistically going to happen is they're going to put Penn State at 1.
I don't think you can because Ohio State beat the number 1 team in the country. They're undefeated as the number 3 team in the country, and all Penn State did was beat up on, what was it, FIU or FAU?
Did they? It was Nevada. 46-11.
Yeah. They beat up on somebody who was not ranked. That score is something that deserves. The AP poll is definitely going to be Ohio State number one, Penn State number two. Um, that's just how it's going to be, and it's probably going to be like that all the way till November 1st when Penn State goes to Ohio State.
I got my what I think this should be. I think Ohio State should have been number one to begin with.
Yeah,
I'm still a big believer in hey, you win the national championship. I know they lost like their entire roster to the draft.
Between Texas and Ohio State, there were 26 NFL players drafted between the two teams,
which is a lot. And I think Ohio State had more. So it was like 14 to 13 or 14 to 12 or something weird.
I think it was 14 to 12.
Although one of the players drafted is in some legal trouble.
I heard that.
Yeah, for us. I still don't know what he did, but Quinshon Judkins, he got released. But I got Ohio State at 1, Penn State at 2.
I think because LSU beat Clemson.
I could have Clemson. Clemson's going to drop out of the top 10, I think.
Well, yeah, you got LSU at 9.
I could see LSU leapfrogging to number 5, maybe. Because you also have
Are you going to move Texas out of the top 5, or are you going to move Georgia out of the top 5? Because at that point,
I have Georgia. I'd have Georgia moves up to 4, and then I have LSU at 5.
Where's Texas go? 7,
6,
6. You're going to bump Notre Dame down. Well, yeah, Notre Dame lost.
Notre Dame lost 2. Yeah,
Miami. Yeah.
We also have Miami going up to 7.
From 10 to 7.
Yeah, I think that's a fair bounce.
Well, like we said, any given Saturday.
Any given Saturday.
So let's go to week number 2 and talk about the Friday night game.
Let's go to week 2. We're talking about football.
And
FBS.
So on Friday, we don't have any big marquee matchups. Eastern Washington plays at Boise State. One of those teams are going to come out with a win. They're going to be 1-1. Both of them are 0-1 right now.
I'd give Boise State. I don't think this game's going to be close. I think they're going to be pissed off.
We didn't think that the other game that Boise State played last week was going to be close either.
Yeah, but Eastern Washington's a Division II school.
You got Northern Illinois at Maryland. Line on that's 18.5.
I got Maryland, and I don't think it's going to be that close.
And do you think James Madison for 2 years in a row can knock off a Power 4 team? They knocked off North Carolina last year, and they scored 77 points against North Carolina.
I remember that.
In, what is it, Durham?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Durham.
Honestly,
Louisville is only a 14.5 point favorite.
Give me that as one of my upsets of the week.
James Madison over Louisville?
James Madison upsets Louisville.
All right.
You heard it here first.
All right.
Going into Saturday, we got a game. I think it's going to be a very close game, honestly. Grambling State goes to Columbus. I think it's going to be really close.
Yeah.
It's like within 50 points.
Obviously. No. So I'm going to say Ohio State gets over the first game jitters against the number 1 team in the country after beating them. I think that they still take a little some things for granted. I'm going to go 42-17. Coming off hype.
56-3.
Okay. I
just don't think that defense gives up 17 points to Grambling State when they only gave up 7 to Texas.
I did call the score a little bit on the nose between Ohio State and Texas. I did say 14-10. I was only off by 3 points.
I was off a lot. I think I said like 28-27 or something.
Yeah. So let's go for the first big marquee matchup. We got number 12 Illinois at Duke.
It's only a 3-point spread for the Fighting Illini. I don't think that game's going to be close at all.
You got Illinois just going in and
mollywopping them,
huh? Okay. I'm here for it. Then we got Baylor at number 16 SMU. I got SMU. I had SMU by 15.
It's a 3-point spread.
It's going to be SMU by a lot more than 3.
The overall, I think over under. Is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, over under
64.5 points.
Oh, that'd take the over.
I'd probably take the over. I think this game's closer than we think it's going to be, personally. Give me Baylor to upset SMU. I know SMU's quarterback wins the Heisman every year in college football 26, but I don't know. That Baylor team did a lot of rebuilding last year. Who did they play week 1?
Auburn.
They played Auburn very close, but it was in Baylor.
Yeah.
I mean, they only lost 38-24. They crushed my team's dreams of going to a bowl game last year by beating us. So, as much as I hate Baylor, go Bears.
The next marquee matchup, we got the Cyhawk, Iowa at Iowa State.
The Cyhawk.
I'm
trying to find
if
it.
Iowa State scores more than 14 points, Iowa State. If they can't score more than 14 points, I pick Iowa.
When is that game?
11 o'clock on Fox.
Gus Johnson here, the Cyhawk. We're going to make a drinking game, by the way, one of these days for all the weird shit Gus Johnson says. And I'm down for it. My kidneys aren't, but I'm down for it. That's a 3-point spread. They got that. It's a very Iowa spread.
Yeah, it's a very Iowa spread.
41.5 points total.
Give me the under on that one.
Give me the under. I think that game's going to be like 17-10.
Yeah.
But give me Iowa to pull the upset on Iowa State.
I like it.
I know it's in it's not Kinnick. The hell, Trice Stadium or something weird. Jack Trice.
Iowa State's it's Jack Trice Stadium.
Yeah, Jack Trice Stadium
and Ames.
Ames,
Iowa.
Ames, Iowa. You get the best deals on Zen. They were $4 a can.
Nice.
At a come and go. Or as I like to say, is shoot your shiz and out you is.
Next, we have another kind of marquee matchup. We got Oklahoma State at Oregon.
Oregon.
Okay.
It's not.
Opening up SEC play, we have Ole Miss at Kentucky.
Give me Ole Miss. Kentucky's a poverty team this year. I'm sorry.
Fucking, did you call them a poverty team?
Oh, Kentucky's going to win a max of maybe 3 games.
So they're the new Florida State this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Kentucky also lost a lot to the transfer portal. They lost like one of their best receivers, Darian Brown, to was it LSU?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Game I'm really looking forward to. You got Central Michigan at Pitt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got Pitt.
21.5 point spread for Pitt.
Make it 30.
I got that.
What's the over?
51.5.
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
What's the? Keep going over these. I'm going to look for the highest over under.
All right. Then we got KU at Mizzou at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN2.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, I will talk about it. If Jalen Daniels comes out throwing the ball like he did this last game, I think Mizzou's in trouble. If he doesn't and Mizzou can get to Jalen Daniels often and early, I think Mizzou can come away with a win. Give me 35-28 either way.
I found the lowest over-under.
What's that?
Houston at Rice. Houston's favored 12.5, but the over-under is 38.5.
Ooh.
Give me Houston.
I'm not even going to pick on that game.
Honestly, for the first game you're talking about, optimistically, I want to say KU, but KU hasn't beat Missouri since we became a dumpster fire in 2009. I watched a whole video about that earlier. They played a game against Colorado in 2009. They were 15th in the country. They were 5-1. They proceeded to lose the next 6 games in a row, all blowouts. And then, except for the last game against Mizzou, and then it was like stupid bullshit. But then it was like 10 years of just misery. We had like 2 0-12 seasons. They went through like 4 different coaches. There was Gil Turner out of Buffalo, and then
I remember that.
And then they hired Charlie Weiss out of Notre Dame, and he didn't do shit. Actually ruined the team. Apparently he was going after like JUCO players, the players that were like juniors or seniors going in. So there was like, when the dude from Texas Tech, I can't remember his name, something Beatty.
Yeah.
When he came in to take over, they only had 38 players on the roster.
Out of 85?
Out of 85, and then back then you could only get a maximum of 25 freshman recruits a year.
Oof.
So it took him like 4 years to rebuild the school, and then they fired him, and then they hired Les Miles, and then he got fired, and then they hired somebody else. I can't remember who it was, and they fired the athletic director.
And then they hired Lance Leipold.
Leipold. They had a statistic that it was KU lost 46 road games in a row.
Yeah.
And 48 conference games in a row. And then they beat Texas in Texas. And
yeah. And then the next year, didn't they beat Oklahoma?
They beat Oklahoma.
That was a year after they beat Texas.
Like 2023.
Oh, okay.
Because they beat Texas twice in that run. They beat Texas once in Kansas, and then they beat Texas in Texas in overtime.
So there's 3 games I want to talk about real fast.
Real quick, I found the highest spread.
Okay.
Texas State, the soon-to-be newest member of the Pac-12, playing University of Texas San Antonio. It's a 4.5 spread in favor, or 4.5 points, whatever how you say that, in favor of the Roadrunners. But the over/under is 67 points.
Give me the over.
It's going to be like 50 to 59 or some shit.
This is going to be a stupid high-scoring game. The defenses are not going to be playing anything like a D1 school. So next on my list is Arizona State at Mississippi State.
Give me Arizona State.
Considering what we just saw out of Arizona State.
Yeah, but Mississippi State's dog shit.
I understand that.
They're the Bulldog shit. That's the new name. They're going to not be the Bulldogs. They're going to be the dog shit.
I got Arizona State as well, but I got them in a closer game than what everybody thinks it's going to be.
Where's the game?
Mississippi State.
If it was in the desert, I'd probably have it a lot higher for Arizona State.
Next.
Give me that score. Give me like 35-28.
Okay. Next on the agenda, we got number 14, that team up north, going to Oklahoma.
Give me Oklahoma.
By how much? That spread
17.
That spread's got to be at least what, 4 or 5?
17.
Is it 17-point spread?
I don't know. I just hate Michigan. I also hate Oklahoma. All right, can both teams lose?
Yeah. Can a tornado just cancel the game?
5.5 points for Oklahoma. The over/under is 46.5. I'm going to take the over.
I am actually going to take the under.
I think it's going to be like 21-17.
With a freshman quarterback on Michigan, Bryce Underwood.
Let's actually look at his stats against the New Mexico they played. He went 21 for 31 for 251 and 1 touchdown. Their biggest guy, if you don't have him on college football fantasy, you might pick him up. Justice Haynes, junior for, I think he's a transfer, actually. He is a transfer. He's from Alabama. He went kind of off, honestly. 16 rushes for 159 and 3 tutties. If you don't have him, pick him up. But
I don't think they're going to be able to run like that on Oklahoma's defense. Alabama tried it last year, and you saw what happened.
Let's see what Oklahoma did against Illinois State. That was one of those close games, 35-3. Their junior quarterback, John Mater.
Mateer?
No, I'm Mater.
It's Mateer.
He's now Mater.
It's JT.
Tuimoloau. But anyway, he went 30 for 37 for 392 with 3 touchdowns and 1 pick. He also ran the ball 7 times for 24 yards and 1 touchdown. So, if they can get their running game going, because they only rushed for 103 yards, they have Jalen Ott.
Yeah, they got Jalen Ott.
Dude had 1 attempt for -3 yards. They had 32 rushes on offense for 103 yards. That's not Oklahoma football. I don't like Oklahoma. Been to the state. Don't really want to go back. I got to be kind of nice because my job started in Oklahoma and they pay me. Tulsa's kind of a shithole city, actually. Never mind. Can we just make a bridge?
You go over the whole state.
Go over the whole state of Oklahoma.
Who do you got? Oklahoma?
Yeah, I got Oklahoma. I don't think it's gonna be close. It's in Norman. Those fans are always drunk. It's their first game. I believe it's the first home game. No, they played Illinois State. This is their first home real game. So the fans are going to be there early and often, crushing Mike's Hard Lemonades in the outside.
Yeah.
Smirnoff's Ice,
Yeah. Another game that's on my list, Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech.
Give me Vanderbilt.
You got Vandy?
Go
Commodores?
Commodores. I don't know if they have a chant.
Well, I don't think you're allowed to talk like that anymore.
Their mascot has one of the coolest entrants.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He does a burnout on a Harley.
So does the duck.
He doesn't do a burnout. He just rides in.
Oh, okay, that's fair because Oregon's field costs more than Vanderbilt's entire stadium golf.
Yeah. If we're gonna talk about weird stadiums, I want to talk about Autzen. I think it's a weird bowl. Like you have one of these prolific college football teams, and your stadium plays in a bowl. And it's not even a cool bowl. It's just a bowl.
How does it make you feel?
Makes me feel sad.
Is it because there's no fish in it?
Could be fish in there. The ducks love fish.
I'm just saying. You fill it with water, you put fish in it, the ducks are there.
They're going to love it.
They're going to love it.
They're just going to be sitting there going,
go Buck, Scott. So the other one that we have on here is Boston College at Michigan State, and I got Boston College by 17.
I know you got a hard on for Boston College, but give me Boston College.
I cannot it's so hard for me to pick against Boston College right now. Michigan State hasn't been Michigan State since 16.
Since they were good at basketball.
2016. Isn't that the last time we went to the Big Ten championship game? I want to say it was 2016.
Isn't that when they got routed by fucking Iowa or something?
Yeah, they got absolutely shit hammered.
I'm going to look at these top 25. I want to go over all these top 25 as it currently stands.
Hey, real quick, we got one more game. Stanford at BYU. Do you think Stanford
No.
can go to BYU.
Whatever you're going to say, no.
After losing to Hawaii 23-20, do you think Stanford has a shot?
I don't think they have a snowball's chance in hell, only because BYU put up 69 points and they did a hate crime or religious crime. I don't know how that works. I don't know what that. How the
Words are hard. OU over Michigan. Got him by 17.
That's what I said.
I'm just answering the chat.
Hi, chat. Welcome into Exiting the Huddle. Dan Jacob. I'm Jacob.
And I am a towel.
Let's go over some of these other top 25 teams that we didn't talk about. We got unranked Grambling State going into number 3, soon to be hopefully number 1, Ohio State. I think that game, if we talked about that one.
Yeah, I got Ohio State, let's say 42-17.
42-17. I got them like 56-3. I think we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Illinois at Duke?
No. Or yes, we did. We talked about Illinois at Duke.
Let's talk about one of the highest spreads that I'm seeing. Kennesaw State going into whatever the hell Indiana's field's called.
That field is called Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana.
How many fucking Memorial Stadiums are there?
Like 70.
That's KU's.
No, it's like there's like 70 out of like the 120 college football teams out there.
136.
Whatever.
35.5 point spread. Give me Kennesaw State.
Over Indiana?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Like, did you do drugs before you got on camera tonight?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
not sleeping on Illinois at all, Scott. I got Illinois probably 28. Duke. Let me give a weird score. 28-12.
Now, Scott, what I said, and because I'm a firm believer that Illinois has a chance to make it in the 12-team playoff this year, I like their quarterback. Is it Luke Altmaier still? It's a 49.5 point over under. They got Illinois favored by 3. It's in wherever the fuck Duke is, Chapel Hill or Durham or one of those two.
It's in Durham.
I got that score not being even close. I got it like 48-20.
Think they routed them by 28 points.
I bet I have a gentleman's bet for $1 that Illinois will blow out Duke.
All right.
We got FIU going to Happy Valley or Beaver Stadium or whatever the fuck they call it up there in Penn State, up there near
Give me Penn State by 50.
It's a 41.5 point spread.
Take the over.
Yeah, give me Penn State. I don't think that game's going to be close. We got San Jose State going into Los Angeles, Texas. It's a 36.5 point spread. 51.5 point over under.
I'm going to tell you this right now. San Jose State can get to Arch Manning. It's going to be a long season for Arch Manning, dude. It's going to be a long season.
Maybe he transfers out, goes to Ohio State, and then we win another natty.
I would rather win a natty with Julian saying.
Same, but wouldn't it be cool? What if Arch Manning has such a bad season that he's forced into the NFL and he gets drafted by the Colts? And then we win a Super Bowl.
How much drugs did you smoke before you came here?
I didn't smoke them. I injected them.
You should probably go see a doctor.
Injected the marijuana straight into my veins.
You're dumb.
Yeah, give me Texas by a lot. I don't
Kent State at Texas Tech. Give me Texas Tech by 40. Kent State couldn't.
It's a 48.5 point spread.
Kent State couldn't stop a running nose at this point.
We got University of Utah State. That doesn't. It just says USU, and I don't know how I thought of
Utah State University.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Utah State going to Texas A&M.
Kyle Fields. supposed to be 96 degrees. Second hottest game I've seen.
Give me Texas A&M 35 to
0.
no 35-16.
28-4.
Two safeties, huh?
We got Troy going to Clemson. Now Troy's one of those weird teams that like randomly will upset big schools.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to happen today.
but I don't think Clemson loses 2 weeks in a row.
They could.
I don't think so.
They could. We got Austin Peay going into Athens, Georgia. There's not even a spread on this one.
Must be nice to play two cupcake teams in a row. So Georgia schedules Marshall in week 1, and then the next week they play Austin Peay. Like, come on now.
To be fair, their schedule gets a lot harder after this. So
To be fair, Ohio State, we have the number 1 team in the country. Then we have Grambling State, and then
Toledo.
do we have Toledo this year? No, Ohio. We got Ohio. Then we start Big Ten play. So, will you hand me that
What?
on my desk? That glass when you come back.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Is that your whiskey?
Yeah.
Make some whiskey.
I don't think any of these games are going to be particularly close when it comes to
Jameson.
Yeah.
Let's just do a quick deep dive into some of these team schedules. So
I'll pull up Georgia's right now.
I got Georgia's right now. So all their non-conference schedules are Marshall, Austin Peay, or how you say it, Charlotte, technically Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech's a rivalry game. I'll give them that. Georgia Tech's still in the ACC. They're still in the Power 4 conference.
They start out actual games at currently ranked, because I think they might go up. Number 24 Tennessee,
Okay.
and then they play Alabama in Georgia. Then they play Kentucky in Georgia. Then they go to Auburn.
From the chat, take Ole Miss over Kentucky and Mississippi State to suck the rest of the year. I don't have a problem with that comment at all.
Mississippi State's a poverty team.
Mississippi State's a poverty team? Okay, continue.
So then they play Ole Miss in Georgia. Then they go to the Swamp for the Florida, what is the world's largest cocktail party?
Yep.
Dope name.
That game's played in a neutral side, I believe.
And then they go to the poverty school we were just talking about, Mississippi State. And then Texas goes to Georgia. And then Charlotte goes to Georgia. And then they play, I think it's a neutral site game normally, but I think it's in Atlanta, so not really. They go to Georgia Tech.
Yeah. I'm going to reiterate.
Which is in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure Georgia Tech is in Atlanta.
I'm going to reiterate what I said last week.
Can we talk about how Mississippi State could go 0-12?
Can we talk about how Mizzou...
they won the first game. Damn it.
How Mizzou opens up with 6 home games right off the rip.
Muck Fazoo.
Yeah, like I'm sitting here looking. They
had all my homies hate Missouri.
This past week's game was at home. Then they have KU at home. The Raging Cajuns, University of Louisiana, at home. South Carolina at home. UMass at home. Alabama at home. They play 4 away games this year.
I got them losing 2 of those, but I won't tell you which 2.
Vanderbilt and Arkansas is who I got them losing against. Those are the two schools that I think Mizzou. Their home schedule is just, it's looking at this.
I got them honestly going 9-3.
I got them 10-2. Their two losses to me, Arkansas and Vanderbilt.
You picked KU to beat them.
Huh? I know what I said I said give me 28-17 either way. I said if Jalen Daniels comes out and plays like Jalen Daniels just did this past week against Wagner, KU will win. But if Mizzou gets to Jalen Daniels early, he makes too many mistakes when he's on the run. And if Mizzou gets to him early, it's going to be a rough day for KU. So give me 28-17 either way.
The potential.
It has a potential to be a 9-3. But right now,
What'd I
realistically,
I can't read.
like they got KU this week. Next week, University of Louisiana, Raging Cajuns.
They're kind of a cupcake schedule, even for the SEC.
They really do. They only play 4 ranked teams. Considering they're coming from the SEC, like they play number 13 South Carolina, Alabama's going to drop drastically this week because they lost to Florida State.
Drop it like it's hot.
But right now they got number 8 Alabama on their schedule. They got number 19 Texas A&M and number 18 Oklahoma, which I have Oklahoma going up after this week after they beat Michigan. So
all my homies hate Michigan. Any state that starts with them, we hate it. Maryland, Minnesota, Mississippi.
from the chat, Mississippi State beat Southern Miss practically like playing North Panola County High School.
I don't even know where that is.
I'm going to assume it's in Mississippi.
I don't know where that is, but I like it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
What is in?
No, I'm good.
More for me.
But from what I'm seeing this week, not a lot of upsets on my radar.
And call me crazy. I got it 1 or 2 unranked teams upsetting a ranked team. Now we don't have the polls yet.
Right. Polls won't drop until tomorrow after the North Carolina and TCU game tonight, which is going on right now.
Let's check that score real quick, because everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to own a squirrel. I don't think that's the words.
North Carolina is up 7-0. 6:39 left in the first.
Let's see. Caleb Hood, senior, played for North Carolina all the time. 4 rushes, 27 yards, 1 tutty, long of 9. Their quarterback's 2 for 2 for 58 yards, though. Both to the same guy.
Must be nice to have,
Jordan Ship.
Must be nice to have 24 yards a catch.
You know what would be a cool last name to have? Goose. Oh, man, my name's Daniel Goose.
No thanks.
My name's Christopher Goose.
The third. But that'll be our show for this week. I appreciate you guys coming in and spending some time with us.
I figured it out this week.
Okay.
I was really good at signing off last year, so I'm going to give it another shot. If I can't do it, Dan gets to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching Exiting the Huddle with Dan and Jacob. I am Jacob.
I am Dan.
Thank you for listening to our shenanigans, putting up with us. If you like this, please drop a like. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Share this with your friends. Show your goldfish. Take us to school. Put us in a backpack. I don't know. But we will be back next week for more college football stats, game highlights.
So from now,
well, I guess we don't really do highlights.
Yeah. from now
We're working on it.
Yeah, from now on, our streams will go on Monday nights instead of Sunday nights because of scheduling conflicts with jobs and stuff. So moving forward, until further notice, we will be appearing between 6 and 7 p.m. Monday nights.
But you can always watch us anytime after we do this, because I'm pretty sure it saves our VOD to YouTube if I am correct.
Sure does.
So if you can't watch us live, we do appreciate all you guys watching us live. We got, I can't read, Scott and
Spectre Studio. I believe that is Bronco.
So we got you guys watching. Thank you guys so much for watching live. It really does mean a lot. You're going to put up with me and my nonsense. I might as well be Gus Johnson.
He's got to get away from the cop speed.
Dude, we unintentionally made a drinking game out of that on Saturday.
Every time Gus Johnson says something weird.
There was like 4 or 5 times. He said it was like trilogy or something like that. I'm like, what?
I'd be fucking lost, dude. I was rolling after he said that shit. I was like, what does that even mean?
He said something, and we're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Somebody should check Gus Johnson for a head injury.
Are you having a stroke? Do you smell burning toast?
Yeah. But yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Toast is a weird concept. You take something and start to cook, and you cook it again. Because bread's cooked, and then you cook the bread again, and then it's toast.
Yeah.
Did I tell you what my D&D character's name is?
No.
Toast Johnson III.
Nice.
And all of her family are bread related. There's baguette and croissant and pumpernickel.
You're ate up.
But anyways, guys, thank you again so much for watching this.
Join Discord.
Join the Discord. We're trying to get a pick'em going. Somebody hasn't done it yet. Brandon.
You're acting like Brandon watches our videos.
Brandon, watch our videos. I'm stalling. How long are we at?
107.
Okay, cool. We hit the time that we're trying to go for. But again, like he said, we'll be back Monday next week. Hoping to talk about some of these stats. I think week 3 we'll be giving our way too early predictions for conference.
Yep.
Week 1 is way too early, even for our way too early predictions. But let us know what you want us to talk about, for real. You guys want us to talk about a specific game? Drop it in the comments. You want us to talk about a specific player? So drop it in the comments. I'll try to do as much research as I can, so I'm not like, oh, they played for Texas. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you guys on the next one.